Hello friends, welcome back to our videos in our YouTube channel, and today's video is very important for all the students who are learning English. Have you ever heard about parking and barking, roll and rule, different confusing pronunciation that people have when they pronounce the words? Let me tell you a short story that happened to me when I was one day in one of the cities in my country, and I was talking to one of my friends from America, and I said, "Oh, it's time for brain now." I said, "What? Brain?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you know what praying is?" I said, "Yeah, it's getting closer to God." I said, "No. Praying with B is different from praying with P." That's what we're going to learn here. Let's look at some of these words, and I'm sure that you will have different understand after you've watched this video. The first ones are roll and rule. Have you ever pronounced this word as a roll, not rule, because most of the people say rule? What is the difference between these ones? Roll is when you take part in one place, in a theater, in a movie, or in any activity in this life. Rule is the regulations, the something that you have to follow. Let's give some examples about this. In order to act in a theater, you need to ask about your role. You need to ask about what your role is. And in order to be a successful one, you need to follow the rules of this life. So, acting in a theater means role, for example, and being successful in this life is rules. Focus on the pronunciation. The second ones are park and bark. Be careful because you will get yourself in trouble and you won't get out of it. Park is when you park your car. You put your car in the right position. So Father, just wait me 5 minutes. I am parking my car. If you know what barking is, you will get a laugh, really. So bark is the sound of dogs. Oh, oh. So the sound of dogs is to say the dog is barking and the driver is parking. So different. Have you realized what the difference now is? What are these sentences or words? You think they are the same, but they're not actually in pronunciation. The first one is quiet. Quiet. It's shorter than the second one, which is quiet. Quiet. Teacher, what is the difference then? There is a difference between them. This one followed by an adjective. This one is actually an adjective. I say, English is quite different from Arabic. English is quite different from Spanish. Quite different. It's a bit different. But quiet is the opposite of noisy. Say, could you please be quiet? Could you please be quiet? And quit is a verb which means to stop doing something. So in order to be successful, you have to quit a lot of bad habits in your life. Okay? And here we have peach and beach. Peach is the first one, which is a kind of fruit. Hey mom, I am so hungry. Could you please give me one peach? Mom, could you please give me one peach? So are you eating sand or like swallowing all that thing? No. So beach is the side of the sea, the near side of the sea. So peach is a kind of fruit. Peach is another word, which is different. Let's go to one greater thing, which is pray and pray. So praying is getting closer to God, praying in a mosque, in a church. And braying is the sound of donkeys. It's the sound of donkeys. Other words which are better, bitter, butter, batter. I know. Most people get confused between these ones. Better, which is the superlative of good. Bitter, if the coffee is bitter, it is very strong. It doesn't have sugar. So bitter, sour. Butter, which is the solid yellow amount that you put it or you spread it on the bread, for example, for breakfast. Batter is when you hit somebody very severely. So it's better to have butter, which is not bitter, but be careful of not battering people. It's better to have butter, which is not bitter, but be careful of battering people. That's it all for this video. Hope that we enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video with friends, and see you in another video in Turkish lesson.